Okay, so what I have here is some material that I've pre-laminated. This is 2mm Airix with a layer of 280 gram glass cloth either side. This was done in a bag with some peel ply either side, so I've got a nice peel ply surface which I've removed the peel ply, so it's nice for secondary bonding and fairly lightweight. So this is what I'm going to use as my shear webs, and I'll be cutting those to fit in there. First and foremost, I need to just determine the length. So the trailing edge one is going to butt up against there, and it's going to end up just on the end of where the control surface will be cut, and that's 390 millimeters. So we're going to put 390 millimeter mark along here, and nice and straight along that edge, and then I'm going to do the trailing edge. So the trailing edge is on my little pad here. The trailing edge goes from 20.5 to 14 millimeters. So on this side, I'll just mark 20.5 millimeter, put a little mark there, and on this side, 14 millimeter, which will be here. And then it's just a case of cutting that. So taking a sharp knife, I'll just break off the tip of this so that I know that I've got a new fresh tip to cut with. The little piece is just one of these snap off blades. And this is relatively easy to cut, so just holding my straight edge exactly on those marks that I've made. Just go across this a few times until I'm through. There we go. That's pretty much it. And then we just cut it off to the length that I've marked. And there's my control surface. So this is now my shear web, which will now be glued into this position over here on those marks that I previously made. And I'll use a nice strong adhesive to stick this into position, and then my second shear web will come in here. Now that one I want to make a slight bit longer. I think I'm going to make it butt up against that piece over there, so we can make this one a total of 410 millimeters. Okay, so let's have a look here. So we can cut it out of here. I'll just need to extend this line a little bit up to about 410 millimeters. So we just take that up to 410, and this is the the trailing edge piece. Sorry, I'm going to do the leading edge piece next. Keep getting this wrong. So it's 23 millimeters here and 15 millimeters there. So let's go 23 millimeters mark here. Right, so we can put a mark here at 23 millimeters. 21, 2, 3 millimeters there. That'll be actually a bit further out. Sorry. 23 millimeters. Not going to make a huge amount of difference. That small difference. And down to 15 millimeters. So on this side it'll be 15 millimeters. So the same thing applies. We just mark 410 along here, and that's where that will get cut off. Okay, so there we go. Straight edge on my marks. And just cut through. And off over here. Okay, and that should just break off as well. Okay, so now I've got my two shear webs cut, and those will be glued into position over here. One on those 2 marks that I've made. I'll use a nice strong adhesive to stick that. I'm actually going to do all of this construction in the top skin, which is this one here. These are the 2 hold down dimples where the bolts go through. So this will be glued to the top skin. Obviously, when I do the joining later of the 2 airfoil sections, I'll put more glue on the top of these, but underneath on the bottom I'll put some weights on the top here. I'll bolt it all down, and then I'll close this 2 together to determine exactly if they're too big or too small, but it should be perfectly fine. I'll do the same for the other side as well.